Welcome back to the gray space. I'm Zeke. That is Dre.
Yes, sir.
And we're back with another one, just you and me.
Man, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Yes. Yes. Yes, make sure you subscribe to become part of the tribe. Do us right. Hit that like and comment if you are rocking with the content. Now, we back in the building, fresh off of celebrating with our guys, Just Give Me Five. Mm-hmm. Dave Miranda, Jimmy Nelson, 2-year anniversary. We were at the Barsmith in Phoenix. Shout out to the Barsmith. Shout out to DJ Reflection. He was on the ones and twos. He was cooking up. That playlist was fire. Fire.
Cool little spot, man.
Yeah, cool little spot, man. I like that Barsmith
spot, dude. That was
shout
cool.
out to Dom's Barbecue. They was in the building, man, serving up some of the fire barbecue. Shout out to some of the people, man, we saw in the building. Shout out to our guy, man, DN3, Ramses Ja, TJ Super, man. Who else, man? Who else we got? It was some people in the building, man.
There was people in the building,
Tirade, man.
Yeah,
Rocky Tirade.
Yeah, man.
We were on the way out as Rocky was pulling up, man. Shout out to Rocky Tirade. Shout out to the whole crew, man. Shout out to the squad. And shout out to Just Give Me Five. Glad we were able to celebrate with them. If you guys have not went and checked out our interview with Just Give Me Five and also our interviews separately with Dave Miranda and Jimmy Nelson by themselves, make sure you guys head over to the playlist podcast on the YouTube channel. The same, right here. You already watching.
Or
so
if you're
you know
listening, just scroll. If you're listening, just scroll through, man. You'll
scroll through. And you guys go check that out, man. Go check out Dave Miranda, Jimmy Nelson, and Just Give Me Five, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to them guys, man. It was beautiful.
It was a good time, man. I really did enjoy myself, man.
Yeah.
It was fun. The worst part about it, dude, had nothing to do with the event. It had to do with downtown.
Yeah, pulling.
And it's not downtown necessarily. It's the parking issue, man. Like we rolled through, and we roll through, and we're like, okay, nope, and then we see all this huge row of parking. Oh, cool, and nope, permit only. Okay,
yeah, that
all
was
right.
wild.
Hey, there's parking structure. Oh, this is a monthly, deal that you have to have like a parking spot in. We're just like, okay, where are we going? I think I took a right, I took a left, I took another left.
We took a left.
And then went back up the street.
Left, came back up the street.
And was like, man, all taken. I'm like, dude, we're just going to have to walk.
Right.
All right. Oh, hey, somebody was backing out.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Pulled in, did the meter. And what did we do? We started walking up, man. And we're walking up down the street. The Barsmith's, it's off First Street and Washington.
Yep.
And we were walking down First Street. Space.
Oh, man.
Space.
Everybody
I'm like,
just
what
left.
happened? Everybody just left downtown.
Everybody just left. So, yeah, man, going into city urban areas like that, man, downtown. Anytime you go to a downtown, it's like the parking is always the issue, bro.
But I get it. You said something as we left, and you're like, I get it now. Because you can, if you're at a hotel, if you live kind of down there.
For sure.
Everything's in walking distance.
No, I get, like, I understand the lore. I understand the lore behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everything is like right there.
Yeah,
yeah. You literally walk 5 minutes and be where you need to be in any direction. You want to go work out. I saw tons of gyms.
Yep.
Food places,
everything's
coffee,
in walking distance.
Everything.
Yeah,
I saw grocery stores. Yep. The movie theater was right there.
Yep.
I mean, so it's like you have everything you need
for sure
in that downtown.
And you ain't gotta get in the whip. Yeah.
But I still don't know if I would want to live down there.
No, I don't think I want to live down there, but I get the I get the attraction to it, and and it's downtown anywhere, man, is always an experience. You know what I'm saying? It's always one of those things where it's like,
well, and then all the walks of life too. You know what
it's
I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah, it's crazy when you go to like any type of congested area, man. LA, you know what I'm saying? Downtown Phoenix. Even like downtown Glendale, downtown, anywhere you go down, even back in Cali, man, in downtown, we used to go to downtown Orange. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, you got everybody from, the hoodie, sweatshirt guys to the business suit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the luxurious dresses, you know what I'm saying? To the hoochie mamas, to the everybody
the
out there.
Skateboarders, we saw skateboarders
out there.
I mean, people riding
sure.
all the the scooters, and I mean, man, it's
For
just
sure.
everybody down there, man. You know,
So yeah, I don't know.
the people watching, pretty amazing.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy
just
to
to
see
watch people
interact.
Yeah, because
for sure.
legit everybody is down there, right? Like, so not everybody's interacting with one another, but you're all sharing the same space,
Right.
You know, so it's just kind of cool to witness how everybody moves
Right. That's a
together.
fact.
Do you know what I mean? So I do love that, man. People are pretty fascinating, and you know, and when you really start like paying attention to how people move, right? You're like, just sit back and watch. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Man. It's definitely kind of interesting.
I want to know: are you guys? How many of you guys are people watchers out there? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
How many-
I would like to know that.
I would like to know, man. Leave a comment down below whether you're listening or watching. Are you a people watcher when you go out? You know what I'm saying?
I kind of wonder if that's like because I consider myself a little bit more introverted.
Right.
I kind of ride the fence a little bit, right? You know, I could definitely socially
There's
interact.
a word for that too. I can't remember what it is. It's a something verb,
but
I
I
can't
do
remember.
find myself a little bit more introverted, right?
For
you
sure.
know, just not severely, I guess.
Right.
But I kind of wonder if that is a sort of an introverted type of personality type. Instead of the extroverted, because the extroverted, right, is
Jumping out the window.
Yeah, they're the ones controlling the party or
Yeah.
being the life of the party. You know, and definitely, man, like whichever one you are, it's cool. But I'd be really kind of interested to know if extroverts are like that, or if they
Yeah.
just don't really pay attention. They don't really care. They just in
out here
there, bro.
maneuvering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
I definitely think it's an introverted trait. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, for people who are introverts. But I think, you know, sometimes it just depends on your upbringing too. You could be extrovert, but always kind of be watching your surroundings too. You know what I'm saying? And that's different
Yeah.
too. Watching your surroundings is different than just kind of kicking back and observing people.
Yes.
It's a different type of observing.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because there is good call on that, because definitely if you're, you know, one of those people that are, and I think it is good to, especially these days, to be on, kind of have your head on a swivel in a sense.
sure.
Especially with just the way you want to watch out for the weirdo.
Yeah, man.
Whatever that weirdo looks
a lot
like.
of weirdos out here, man.
Right? Because, I mean, God forbid something gets shot up, or, you know, a brawl happens, or, you know, I think you're looking for those types of people that might cause a problem.
For sure.
But that's not what we're talking about
Right.
necessarily. Because people watching is fun. Like, just to watch people interact.
Right,
and just
right,
kind
right.
of like socially interact with one another. And I saw some very interesting things, man.
Okay.
You know, I did.
Yeah.
I found some, it's just very cool to see, you know, oh, look at that. You know, in my head, I'm going, oh, look, that person has not moved
Right.
the whole entire time.
Right,
You know,
right, right.
like, I find that interesting. And then you find the people that are moving constantly.
Crazy
And
movement.
then that's fun too, because
Right.
you're like, I just saw that person over there. Where are they at?
Right.
You know,
Right.
and you don't want to be like staring at that person, but you're just like, then you kind of just go, oh, there they are.
Right.
Oh, they're the movers and shakers at this place. Okay, I get it.
For sure.
You know, so yeah, let us know, man. I'm really curious about that.
So, you know, it's been, this time of year is always weird when it comes to entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you always feel like beginning of the year, then there's that kind of like that little spring break, and then summertime is where the fire stuff comes out, right? Like, you just, in your head, just like beginning of the year, everybody's dropping, you know, especially for like awards purposes, like then summer blockbusters, and not just movies, but albums, whatever. And it's weird because I feel like the last like 2 to 3 years, and actually I was watching something where they said if you want to do numbers on your movies, you drop in the wintertime, right? But I think it's been more apparent over the last few years where we've been getting great things later in the year. You know what I'm saying? We had Magic drop December. You know what I mean? We had of last year.
Yes.
We just got Mount Westmore, which we've been waiting on, which so far so good.
Yeah, slaps, man.
We got, shows right now, popular shows, if for our binge watchers, our Netflix, Hulu, whatever, 1899, Fire, right?
Wednesday.
What else? Wednesday. If you guys haven't seen Wednesday is crazy, bro. Like, it's not for the kids, it's for the people. You know what I mean? But I think it's been crazy because, traditionally we haven't seen that all across the board, and I just think it's dope that we're getting so much stuff because there's so much going on. Holidays, trying to buy gifts. If you don't celebrate that, but you're trying to celebrate in whatever way whatever you celebrate. Trying to get food, trying to get the festivities going. And I think it's dope that we're getting fire shit in like November, December. You know what I'm saying? And it's just dope. I also think that as these awards start to come out, I think they should wait a little bit, bro.
So, but I think that's why they come out at this time, right? Too, like they really. When's the best time to really kind of drop something for an award? But before the awards happen, right?
Yeah, but I don't. Are those? I think traditionally that stuff can't be. Like, you have to be out for a certain amount of time, I think, in order for you to have consideration.
So
some of this stuff, like, that's coming out now is going to be in, like, next year's awards.
Yeah, but see, I think the problem with that, like, so I don't know the dates of all these award shows,
me neither.
but I know they're, January and February. Right? But I feel like if you drop before that, you can watch it. I'm sure there's a cutoff point.
Right.
But I bet you it might be
backdoor.
It might be January 1st, 2023.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know that for sure. But I think it's something like that because a movie don't take you nothing but an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to watch, depending on the movie. Right. TV show's a little bit different, right? I don't know how long Wednesday is per episode. Is it an hour?
About an hour.
Okay, so an hour. So there's 8 episodes. That's 8 hours.
Right.
It's not typically too long to be considered for a particular award, right? But you want to drop. I do believe there is a sweet spot to drop into if you're looking for an award.
I feel that's what I'm saying. I feel like this time of year has become that time because it's the one time you can almost goddamn near guarantee that people is at the crib.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, I mean,
like, okay,
besides
New
not going out in Christmas shopping, you're going to be at home.
You're at the crib. And now, now the way that shopping is now, everything's online.
Everything.
I mean, even if you do go to the store, half the shit you want is not available. It's online only.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think now it's like it ain't nothing to turn on your TV and sit on your laptop, order whatever you need to get. And then binge watch a show for, 3 hours, whatever the case may be. Right. Now, I want to ask you this, and we kind of touched on this subject a while back when it originally happened, okay? And I think you're kind of seeing things. So let me say the question: do you think that even though we're still getting the theatrical releases, that some of this stuff should still be dropped immediately to streaming? So it can be in theaters. You can pull up to the theaters. You have that option.
I disagree.
Okay, and so my second question, and it's a 2-part question. Do you think that if not immediately, like when they come out, it should be within a shorter time frame?
Bingo.
Okay.
That's it. I think that's the answer to it.
Okay.
I really do. I think for movie theaters to survive, it has to be now. If there's something that goes straight to streaming, fine, whatever.
Right.
But take Black Panther that came out.
Right.
100%. it needs to be on the movie theater.
For sure.
And this is the first movie you and I saw in years in a movie theater.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Now, it might have been a little bit longer for you, but it's been since 2019 since I've been in a movie theater. And then not because of anything, but just I got used to straight up being of streaming stuff, dude.
Yeah.
It just straight up was that way because I've always been a moviegoer. I liked it. I liked I liked the experience, all that kind of stuff. I like the popcorn.
Yeah.
You know, and especially seeing something that's like eye candy in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think that was the dope thing. Was, you know, when we went to go see Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? We took Mom Dukes and took the wifey. And, you know, it was like when we got in the theaters and we went to, and we had some, we went to, you know what I mean? We went to a nice little theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
got the little recliner in there, you know what I'm saying? Had space. You know, I'm a big guy, so we had space. But it was amazing.
But I didn't know they put like bass behind your chair.
Oh, that was fire, man. Shout out to AMC. Shout out to AMC,
so I've been
bro.
to theaters even before in like 2019.
With the recliners.
Nah,
this was
cool.
different.
Fine, right? This was different, bro. Like they had, like when when something blow up or something, they would shake your chair. And it wasn't overly done. They actually did it very, very well.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't annoying.
Right.
And it wasn't like your chair was constantly vibrating or something, you know?
Right.
It was just in those moments where it kind of gave you that little bit more effect of this big thing just happened. Boom.
Yep.
You know, and so you got that boom, you know, and then it would fade down. And you were like, man, that's cool. But the movie going experience, I forgot how cool that was, bro. Like I really did because I'm like, I got a big screen TV.
Right. Got a sound system.
Yeah. I'm cool. Like I don't need to. Nah. It's still really cool to go.
Get to theater.
It's still really cool to go.
Like for sure.
Yes.
Like we were watching some previews and we were taking out. We were like, back for this. What day is this? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and you know it's crazy because I think when it originally happened, I think I was totally the other way. I was like, man, streaming, man. This way everything's going. Everything's streaming.
You were so hardcore streaming. Go back to our early, I would say, probably like summer of 2020.
Yeah, I was big.
Our conversations
big time,
on that, man.
I was big time, man. Forget the theaters, man.
Oh, you were like, screw this. We don't ever need theaters.
We don't ever need theaters no more. But I will say this, man. Going back to the theaters,
and it's funny because I wasn't on that train to begin with.
No.
But then I slowly became on that train because I was like, yeah, screw that.
Well, it's nothing like being in the comfort of your own home.
Oh, that's still true.
Being able to pause a movie, but then at the same time, there's nothing like going to theaters, being forced to sit down and pay attention to a movie. Because how many times, man, you be at home and you just know you can get up, go get a thing of something to drink. Hey, pause it. You missed it. You can run it back. You know what I'm saying? You're not really paying attention because you don't have to. When you're in theaters, you got to sit there.
Your phone rings. So something happens on your phone.
Something happens, man. Like you got to turn your phone off.
When you're moving to the movie theater, you don't pay attention to nothing to the.
You go take a piss before
there are
the movie.
people that do break those rules. But I mean, for the most part, like if you're going to a movie, you're going to the movie to enjoy that experience.
Yeah.
And so you turn off your silence your phone or put it on vibrate or whatever. And enjoy the experience.
Right.
You know? And
it is the thing to get that big ass thing of popcorn. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing.
I don't know what it is, bro, about movie theater popcorn.
Fire.
That is so good.
Fire.
I'm sorry. Home popcorn is fine.
It's good.
I have no issue with it. But movie theater
I even tried
popcorn,
to keep the bucket and put it in the bucket. It still didn't.
It doesn't. It's just so different, man. You know? I mean, even in cooking in a pot. Right?
Right.
Like old school style. It's still not the same as movie theater popcorn, man.
I just think I'm going to get me one of them makers, bro.
Would they have like popcorn makers?
Yeah.
Okay. Man.
You get one, man. You can just go in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready for your movie at the crib. Pop in your little seed. You know what I mean?
Well, then that way you could put your own seasoning in
Put your own seasoning in there.
Parm garlic.
That Parm garlic.
That garlic Parm seasoning.
That garlic Parm.
I'm obsessed, by the way.
Shout out to garlic parm.
with his garlic parm seasoning stuff.
Yeah, we've been on a garlic parm, and y'all probably be like, "What the hell are y'all talking about?" We've been on a garlic parm, so totally random, off track or whatever we were just talking about. Comment down below. Comment down below. I want to know. The streets want to know. First and foremost, are you a garlic parm fan? I want to know. Because people that like garlic parm love it. And people that don't really rock with it. Every now and again, they're like, all right, cool. And if so, if you are, or even if you're not, and you kind of like it from time to time, let us know your favorite garlic parm spots. So for wings, for chicken, for whatever, right? Obviously it's chicken, right? Garlic parm spots. You know, we got Barrows out here that kills it on the garlic parm. Sweet Baby Ray's has a fire garlic parm.
I'll say this too.
Sauce that's ridiculous.
The Buffalo Wild Wing is not bad.
It's not bad, but it's definitely it's definitely behind Barrows.
Yeah, it's. But I just had some.
Now I haven't had Wingstop in a minute, but I want to hit Wingstop because for one, I heard they be doing the chicken sandwiches.
Okay.
And they put the sauce on the chicken sandwich. I heard it's amazing, so I got to try that.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to hit them because I got to get my garlic parm. I might put together a little top 5 garlic parm spots.
But you have see, now I have not seen this though. But the garlic parm powder, correct?
Yeah, man.
Okay, see, I didn't know that really existed until you told me that, because usually it's a sauce.
Yeah, when you get the seasoning on there,
you could get the Sweet Baby Ray's. There's a couple brands in the grocery store.
Buffalo Wild Wings sells one as well.
Yeah, Buffalo, but there's a couple different brands I've seen.
Right.
It's starting to pop up. It's becoming a little bit more.
People starting to rock with it a little bit more.
People are starting to pay attention to it a little bit more.
Right.
But I did not know that they made powder.
Yeah.
That would, I think I would love that on popcorn, dude.
So I'm gonna tell you something. I put that on green beans last night.
Ooh, how did that turn out?
With some olive oil and a little parm cheese. Kept it real simple.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah?
Fire. Wife was like, these are amazing. She was like, is this salt and pepper? I said, no, that's garlic parm. She was like, I never knew. I had no idea that this was so
What's the brand on, if you remember?
The one I got is Weber.
Is it Weber?
Yeah, man.
You're really into the Weber one.
Yeah, I rock with I'm giving free endorsements and endorsements. Crazy, man.
By the way, if you guys want the best sparkling water on this planet.
Hey, man, we need some sponsorships, man.
Is this Spindrift?
That's Spindrift, dude.
No, it's literally though. This Spindrift is, if you guys like sparkling water, the best sparkling water.
It is.
Okay.
But Weber and McCormick all day. You know what I'm saying? McCormick always comes through in the clutch.
Yes.
Specifically their Grill Mates seasoning, Grill Mates blends, great for proteins. And then I gotta shoot over there. I gotta holler at Pat and Summer because I gotta get their master blend that they were talking about. I really gotta try that. So I'm gonna shoot over and grab some. Hopefully this week because I gotta try their master blend. But
so
yeah, man.
Let's get back to the movie real quick.
Get back to the movies, man.
Movies. So we're big MCU fans.
Okay.
I want to shift gears on the movie.
We shifted. Okay.
Yeah. I want to shift. Okay.
All right.
Because MCU, we're fans of the MCU on this Gray Space channel that we doing, and we watch a lot of MCU stuff. And they just finished Phase 4. Now I'm going to run through the list, and we're going to give. I want to have both of us give our top 3 that we, and this is TV shows and movies.
Can we give? I was just thinking this. Can we give 4 since it's Phase 4?
Oh, hey, you know what?
4
we
for
will
4?
do that. Let's
do 4
that.
for 4.
And then I also want to mention what's not good.
Bottom 4.
Bet, yeah, like we don't have to do bottom 4. I just want to. I need to shout out a couple that are just not good, man.
Fair
and
enough.
they need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. So, anyways, real quick, give you on the films. We have Black Widow, and then Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Eternals.
Yeah,
Then we have Spider-Man: No Way Home.
for sure.
Then we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
This is crazy.
Then we have Thor: Love and Thunder.
A little bit of both.
And then the last movie is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
You know where I'm going with that.
Right. That TV series, we have WandaVision.
Black and white.
Then we have The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Black and white with a metal arm.
And then we have Loki.
Somewhere else in the universe.
Then we have What If. And then we have Hawkeye.
Arrows.
And then we have Moon Knight.
Egypt.
And then we have Miss Marvel. And then
Long
we
arms, bunch of
have
things.
I Am Groot.
Trees.
And then we have She-Hulk: Attorney at Law.
Garbage bag. No Febreze involved.
Okay. Oh man, that's good.
Oh man.
So top three, top four. Since we're
Top four.
since we're in phase 4, let's do top 4.
Are we doing them in order, or are we just doing the top 4?
Just top 4, man.
Okay,
Like no
cool.
particular order.
Okay.
I'll go first, man.
Yeah.
I'll give you my first one. Easy is Moon Knight.
Okay.
I'm gonna go TV series first.
Okay, you going to TV series?
I'm gonna go TV series and then.
Are we doing top 4 of all of them or top?
all of them? Because this is all.
It's all combined.
It's all
okay.
phase
Okay,
4.
I just want to make sure
This is all
that's where
phase
we was
4.
at. That's fine.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Moon Knight, man, I that's in there. I'm not gonna number them like we said, but
Yeah.
it's somewhere in the 4
okay,
for sure.
Okay,
Beautifully done show. If you guys have not watched Moon Knight,
crazy.
I would really highly suggest. This is up there for me. Is one of the best Marvel things that, to me, that's really ever been done.
For sure.
And I can't wait to see what's next.
Oh, it's on me now.
That's on you,
Okay.
now, bro.
In the interest of being different, I'm gonna go with. Since you started off with TV series, I'll go with a TV series. I'm gonna go with WandaVision, man. Really? WandaVision is in my top 4.
WandaVision's in your 4, bro?
WandaVision is in my top 4, bro.
Why? Like, why?
Okay, so aesthetically, it's crazy
Okay.
because of what they did, the angle that they took.
By the way, I'm not mad at it. I'm just curious why.
Yeah, and I'll say this is because, like, I think sometimes we get so wrapped into, and I'm the same way, get so wrapped into, like, getting things right away, right? But sometimes you gotta let shit simmer.
Yeah.
And this was a show that if you just let it simmer, you don't understand why I'm putting the ingredients in
Right.
that I'm putting in. And you don't understand why it has to cook for 8 goddamn hours on low. But once you get that final product, you like, goddamn, I gotta go back and see what you put in the recipe. That's WandaVision.
I did like.
You watch it and you like, what the hell is going on? This don't make no sense. I don't like it.
You know what, man? It's not my top 4. I'll tell you that.
But when you get done,
But I do
my
like this show.
Lord.
I do like it because at first, when you first start watching it, you're like, what am I watching?
Come on, man.
You know? And then as it goes, it's really kind
When
of
you realize what's going on in the premise of it, you're like, oh my God, I gotta go back.
Yeah, it's really fascinating.
Crazy.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
Cool. I am going to stick with the TV shows.
You sticking with TV shows, huh?
Yes, I am sticking with the TV shows.
Oh, I know where you're going.
And my top 4 is Loki.
Okay.
I love Loki, dude. Now, one thing you guys need to know about me is time travel, interdimensional, that kind of whole thing. And Marvel's really tapping into that right now. This really sets up, to me, the MCU for the long haul.
For sure. I feel like WandaVision did the same thing as well, though.
I don't know, bro. I don't know
so.
if they did or not. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No, Loki was just, they threw so many good things in there, and I don't want to, And especially,
it's big nuggets, bro. Pause, but it's big.
Yeah, it is. Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's a bunch of hints in there, bro. A bunch of Easter eggs for sure.
Story and then him kind of going back and forth and then meeting all these other Lokis at one point.
The other Loki part of it was dope.
That is really cool, man. I just really love it, man. And I love too that they're going to continue it too, because some of these series are not. I mean, WandaVision's not coming back. That's a one and done.
Right.
Now there might be another, Wanda show or something, or whatever they would decide to do. But that particular thing, it's done, one and done.
Hey, man,
and which is fine. I have no issue with that. I actually think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
but I'm really kind of excited to see where they're going to take Loki. So,
all right, man. Second one on the top 4. You already said it, man. Moon Knight. I'm sticking with the TV series here. Shout out to Moon Knight. I'll say Moon Knight was one of the characters that I was a little familiar with, but not super familiar with. Understood the story to a certain extent, but seeing it visually and the way it was executed, man. We talk about execution all the time when it comes to shows, when it comes to music, when it comes to just things we're watching, listening to. The way it was executed was in a way that can take the guy that has no idea that this is a Marvel show, and you pull him in, anybody, the lady, the guy, the whatever, you pull them in and they come in and they're like, oh, this is just fire. Oh, this is what? This is comic books? Like, the storyline is incredible. The way it's shot is phenomenal.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Phenomenal. Like,
and the cliffhanger at the very end.
And the cliffhanger, bro.
Such a good cliffhanger too, man.
But it's like they did a great way of telling the story without taking away from the aesthetics of it.
Yeah.
Without it being drawn out, and it was like, boom, we're gonna hit you over the head right away. We hitting you over the head, and now we gonna sprinkle it through. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you at the Italian restaurant and you eating a nice plate. You know what I'm saying? A nice little combo, and the waitress or waiter comes up and it was like Parmesan cheese. Just randomly throughout while you're eating. I'm like, yeah, man, just give me a little sprinkle.
Just a little bit, yeah.
And then they come back to you, would you like some more? Yes, just a tad bit sprinkle right there. That's what this was like, and it was dope. And I can't wait for the second season, man. Moon Knight.
Yep.
I think we about to get into films, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're getting into films now.
Okay.
For me, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. For me, I really regret not seeing this. Talking about movie theaters,
bro,
I really regret not seeing this.
I do too. I do too.
This is the one, because me and you talked about it. This would have been our first one we would have probably saw. And then for whatever reason, I can't remember. It was weird timing.
Every weekend was like,
we got this going on. I had this going on. You had this going on. And it was too much, too many moving pieces. I mean, I guess I could have went by myself. You could have went, at a different time. But it was just like,
we were trying to plan something out with the fan bam and all that. Yeah.
Sure. And then it was, by that time, it was like 5 weeks has passed, and we're like,
it was coming.
Oh, dang.
It was about to.
It was like,
Disney Plus was like, it's about to stream it in a week.
Yeah,
like,
you're like, well, yeah, we're just going to wait for it. But I really.
Okay.
See, now, this, what I like about this particular film is the way it moves the story forward.
Okay.
Of the future of what's going to happen.
Okay.
I love, it's in the name, obviously.
Right.
The multiverse, right?
Multiverse, crazy.
Yeah. I get so excited, dude, when we start playing around with stuff like that, because what happens is stories get really interesting and you can really play really well with each other. Now, but it's got to be done well.
Right.
Because if not, it can fall apart really quickly.
Okay.
So I'm really excited to see how they play with this. And I kind of can see it already, like with Avengers coming out maybe in, I can't even remember the timeline, man. They do so much stuff. And they've actually moved a lot of stuff around stuff too. But this one I think plays a huge part for Phase 5 and 6 coming up.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we're on 3.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 1. That's a for sure. So, man, this one's tough for me, bro.
Okay.
Because I have one guarantee that's in there.
Yeah. Well, I kind of waited for
probably
that
on the same
one.
page.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you got, man?
I know I can't leave it silent. Y'all like, say something.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn.
What you
over
got,
here
man?
moaning on the mic. We didn't sign up for this, man. I'm torn, bro, because I really like Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
I really like Spider-Man: No Way Home. Really liked it, and was pleasantly surprised and really liked Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I agree. I think that's a great.
And visually, Lord Jesus, that was fire. But you know what? I gotta agree with you on Doctor Strange. I wanted to go different, man.
That's really interesting.
I really wanted to go different.
I thought you were going to be different. Actually, that's really interesting. Because we kind of discussed this a little bit. And,
we did, and it took me. I've gone back
really
and forth.
didn't. And I know you liked that Doctor Strange movie, but you didn't really bring it up when we were kind of discussing this. So that's cool though, man. Like, I get it.
No,
though,
you
man.
know what?
Like,
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro.
Okay.
I gotta go with my heart, man.
Okay.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh,
bro.
come on, man! You wearing the shirt?
Spider-Man.
I mean,
No
come
way
on,
home,
man! You wearing?
No,
the
I gotta
shirt.
go. Like my thought process, like when you, and that's been my thing with Doctor Strange. Like beautifully done, very well done, right? And definitely mad important.
Spider-Man's probably 5 for me,
But
dude.
Spider-Man:
Like,
No Way Home was like
it's 5 or 6.
it
for
was
me,
the
for sure.
like the culmination of that movie on the backs of the first 2.
Well, again, talking about the multiverse, right?
Right.
And
then just how
bringing
they
in
built up his character, bro, is ridiculous.
yeah, and then bringing in the other Spider-Man.
Bringing in the other Spider-Man, man.
It was like super emotional to see
It was
all
crazy.
of them like on the same screen
And it's
together.
set up for like what it may possibly do for the future.
Man. I just thought that was really well done.
Yeah, Spider-Man: No Way Home, man.
I'm
for
with
sure,
you,
bro.
I'm with you on that, dude. I think that's kinda cool.
My head was like it's like when you answer on the test, you like it's seen you start looking at you like, nah, man, it's D. Nah, man, stick with C, bro.
Right.
It's all good.
And of course,
Yeah, we agree on this one.
we both agree on this. It's there you go, man. It's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, man. This is a beautifully done film. It honors Chadwick Boseman,
Very well.
but it's not
No spoilers if you haven't seen it.
it doesn't hit you in the face of like, in the sense of like it's too overbearing. Or
Nah, they did a great
honor
job
him very well
of honoring him
but
twice.
they move the story in a way
Yes.
that you're like, I could get behind this.
I can get behind this.
I like this. You know,
Big time.
and there's an aspect of it. I really don't want to give spoilers because it's not a spoiler thing. If people haven't seen it yet, but I really like the villain in this.
The villain in this was crazy.
And I almost said something and it was going to give it away, but I'm not going to. I have to catch myself.
Yeah.
Because
No, they did a great job of doing 2 things. First and foremost, honoring Chadwick in the most incredible way. Visually, sonically, the way they did it. And I'm just talking about how they honored him. And this is not a spoiler. It happens at the beginning and the end of the movie. They honor him. They do a great job of honoring him. I'm not telling you anything crazy. If you haven't seen it, get your ass out and go see it right now.
right.
And then, like you said, the way they move the story along without completely like removing him from the story. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't a focal point,
Right.
but he was still him having passed away was still part of the story, but how they told,
and it had to be part of the story.
It had to be part of the story
because he was so integral into the movie.
So how
the first
they honored
movie,
him,
and even the Avengers movies,
and then how they kept the Black Panther, the Black Panther as the Black Panther, the legacy of what the Black Panther means.
Well, technically, he was in four movies.
Right.
He was in Civil War,
Right.
his own movie, and then the 2 Avengers movies.
Right. But what I'm saying is not just him, not just Chadwick Boseman.
Right.
But the character of the Black Panther,
Right.
Panther and what that means to
Correct.
Wakanda,
Yes.
what that means to
Correct. That is- yes.
to the
And it was
whole
really well done.
MCU.
Yes.
They did a great way of honoring and then moving that legacy forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And introducing probably one of the top 3 villains that we've ever seen in the MCU so far.
I love it. There's something that I love that they do when any type of movie. It doesn't have to be Marvel. It could be anything. And it's why I think Thanos comes across as such a good villain, right, in the MCU as well, is you give them the sympathy of the audience of like you understanding why they are doing what they're doing.
Right.
Instead of just, I want to blow up the world.
Right.
Now, there's only one character.
Which is why Killmonger was so great in the first Black Panther.
Right. So there's you give him the purpose and they show you why
Right.
he's doing what he's doing.
Right. And you're like, I don't want him to.
You're like,
but damn, I understand what he's talking.
That.
Right.
But that's kind of jacked up. You don't want to do that. But then you're like, then they show like kids. You know, you're like, oh man,
you ain't gotta do all that.
because it pulls on your heartstrings a little bit, dude. And then, but the motivation is bad,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But the thought of like what is like, okay, I understand what you. So, anyways. It's just
the difference.
We need to do a spoiler on it because I feel like there's so much stuff we could talk about.
The difference between the difference between heroes and villains is choices. Mm-hmm. They all have the same origin story, right? Mm-hmm. That's the truth. And so, but what happens is when you don't show the villain's origin story, it takes away from how good of a villain they are. So the reason you fall in love with the hero because you know what they've been through.
Right.
The reason you don't fall in love with a villain because they're just painted as a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And so the fine line between being a hero and a villain, and obviously we're talking about in comic books and all that, but even in real life, bro, like the fine line is the choice.
Right.
Right? It's people who have went through similar circumstances and chose to go down this way. There's people who've been through those same circumstances and chosen to open up a group home for, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, which I think if we can dive into the next little segment, I think that's why one of these movies kind of missed, as in Thor: Love and Thunder.
I agree. I think. Okay, so
the villain was incredible.
The villain could have been
incredible,
but the villain was not incredible in this movie. Like, and sorry, Christian Bale, but
I love Christian Bale too.
He acted just fine in it. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do the way he was portrayed through the movie, and it just wasn't done very well.
They didn't tell his story, man.
That's one bad point. The other bad point, it was a try-hard movie to me. It was trying so hard to be hilarious.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I get it, and some jokes did land, right? But it was like punchline, and they were like, dude, how many punchlines were we going to do in this 5-minute, scene here? We don't need to do this many. Like there was too many cheesy scenes to me too.
Mad cheesy.
But then there was like really cool scenes in this, dude. Like,
the flip flop of like the amazing scenes and then like, what are we doing here scenes?
It's like, dude, it could literally be 2 separate movies.
It could be.
Because there are some amazing scenes in here, man.
Yeah.
Like, but then it's just.
It was Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Right.
Legit.
Man. The other one that was just terrible, I stopped watching it, was She-Hulk. And you kind of said it in the beginning because I was going through reading the list. But
no disrespect to the director of She-Hulk and the writers.
I don't like that whole breaking down the fourth wall type deal.
I didn't mind breaking down the fourth wall. Like, but if you're gonna break it down, break down the first, second, third, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, and the eighth walls. You didn't even get through the goddamn first 2 and 3 walls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You trying to break the fourth wall? We don't even know what's going on in the first 3 walls. Like it was. No disrespect, but like Tone say, man, respectfully. The writing and the directing on this show were absolutely horrendous. And the problem is they used this show to be a catalyst for some of the things that are going to be happening in the future. Mm-hmm. And this was the worst show to do it.
Yeah.
I watched it literally just to see what's going to happen in the future. The show was absolute. I'm sorry. It was absolute trash.
Yeah.
It might be one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
It was just not
good.
It
was bad, bro.
It just wasn't good.
It wasn't Hulk. It wasn't it was a rom-com, bro. It was a goddamn rom-com.
I don't know. You watched most of it, dude.
It was a goddamn rom-com.
I watched 3 episodes.
And that's fine.
And I was done.
For rom-coms. Like, it would have been great as a rom-com. Not as a goddamn Marvel superhero movie.
Yeah.
Where was the superhero?
Right.
Non-existent. She was too worried about dating. Like, come on, man. What we doing here, man?
Right. Yeah. I mean.
Just saying. Sorry I have to go with a little tangent. You know what I mean? Those two really stick out for me,
I
man.
think those two.
A lot of the
only 2 things I really haven't actually watched, dude, is I didn't finish the She-Hulk. I don't know what I Am Groot is. Mm-hmm.
And I never watched What If.
And I only watched like half of What If.
Okay.
And look, man, the What If is interesting. It's why I'm not really bagging on it too much. I didn't really care for it. That's why I stopped watching it. I think it's interesting because it shows you, again, different multiverse, Captain America is Peggy. What's her name? Peggy.
Oh yeah.
She's so it's kind of interesting, like showing you different aspects. What if this happened? What if this person lost this fight to this person instead of winning? So it's interesting. The animation is okay, but I think some of the stories kind of fall flat to me, and that's why I was just like, I don't know if I really want to continue. I don't know if I need to see any of this any further,
Okay.
Again, I'm not bagging on it, just was not really up my alley. It was so.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I mean, I would probably put it on the bottom of my list just because, but if somebody were and I have people that have watched all of it, some of my friends, and they like it.
Okay.
They think it's really good.
Okay.
And there is a second season of this coming out.
Okay.
So I for what it's worth, people liked it.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's fine. I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it.
Yeah.
It just was not for me, man.
And for what it's worth, nobody I know likes She-Hulk. Okay. So,
okay. Shoot, man.
Yeah, man. Comment down below. Right?
Yeah.
What were your top 4 of Phase 4? You see the list right there. You can see it right there. So comment down below. Let us know what your top 4 were of Phase 4. And let us know what maybe some of your bottom. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Let us know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Use the fingers and do what it do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, thank you guys for joining us this week, man. It's been kind of fun, dude.
You sound like a goddamn good morning. Thank you guys for joining us this week.
I know, though, man. I do, man. Yeah, this is fun. We can get back to these, man. I can't wait to do more with just you and me. Obviously, we're gonna have plenty more guests.
Yep,
man. You guys keep out for little plugs, man. Do little plugs here real quick. What's coming to the end of the year? We do have another interview coming out. Just after this one.
Yep, man.
So stay tuned to that.
Yep.
And we will have our top 10 albums of
Top 10 albums of 2022.
So keep your eye on that. That will probably drop it'll drop right around New Year's sometime. So either right before or right after. So just keep your eye out for that. And then keep your eye out for 2023, man. Because 2023, we going. And we going to hit. And we're going to do more of these. We're going to do more interviews. We're going to do more album reviews. We're going to do more spotlights. We're going to get crazy this year. So just watch out.
Man. We're going crazy,
just
man.
Watch out.
So, yeah, man, you guys stay tuned. You know what I mean?
Yep. You guys stay safe. You guys stay positive.
And as always, this is The Gray Space. Peace.